Okay, so we're still moving, talking about reading the Bible in chronological order. I want to take you to Job chapter 31. Job chapter 31 was so intense. I really want you to read it. Extremely intense. It's actually, if you look at it, it's got markings. Like I highlighted so much because it was really intense. It starts by saying, "I've made a covenant with my eyes. Why then should I look upon a young woman? For what is the allotment of God from above?" Job makes a covenant. He agrees with his eyes that he will never look at a young woman a certain way. Or if it were, it's ladies, I will not look at men a certain way, because he knows that at some point Jesus, I heard, says that if your hand causes you to sin, if it's your eye, pluck it out. And Job had made a covenant with himself not to sin. In that chapter, Job says a lot of profound things that I think every believer should begin to live by. And I'm going to pick a few of them. As you read Job chapter 31, I would like for you to raise issues also on the commentary box, and then we can keep the conversation going. It says, verse 9, "If my heart has been enticed by a woman, or if I have lagged at my neighbor's door, and let my wife grind for another, and let others bow down over her. For that would be wickedness. Yes, I would be. It would be the iniquity deserving of judgment." He's testing things. When he's saying this, he's saying, "I have not done that." So he's speaking them, but he's speaking on the opposite side, saying that he has not done those things. You jump to 23, and he says, "For destruction from God is a terror to me, and because of his magnificence, I cannot endure." So Job is simply saying to us, I've lived a righteous life because I revere God. It's not been about how I look to people, but it's been about my reverence for God. And it was such a great challenge. And it made us think about how Joseph says to Potiphar's wife, "How can I do this thing and sin against my God?" Verse 21 says, "If I have rejoiced at the destruction of him who hated me, or lifted myself up when evil found him, indeed I have not allowed my mouth to sin." He comes back to his mouth. So he's talking about how sometimes we rejoice when people that hate us, or people that have been harmful to us, come through trouble. And Job says, "I never even rejoiced." I think he took it to prayer to say, "Oh man, so and so has not been so nice to me, but they've come across trouble. Let me pray for them." And then finally he says, verse 33, "If I have covered my transgressions as Adam by hiding my iniquity in my bosom, and if I feared the multitude and dreaded the contempt of families, who